I feel anyway, guys, that what's important for myself right now is I'm understanding that no matter what, that there's so much more to do every single day that I can see a gateway everywhere. I can see opportunities everywhere now. And how do I see opportunities everywhere? I mean, how do I see opportunities everywhere? I try to stimulate my mind through words. I try to stimulate my mind as quickly as I can about words and everything about life. I'm understanding that no matter what I do, that I focus upon understanding that I want to go and really, really dwell upon life. And as I really, really understand life, I really want to just look into my mindset over here and I want to talk about life and I want to talk about the interest of life or different scenarios. And I have to do that because I believe in Jesus Christ. And that's it. First, that's the only point. First, that's why I'm always staying curious because Jesus Christ stays curious. And that way I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to persuade myself to do better, always than that and everything. I'm understanding that no matter what, I have no shame for anything I do because I'm following the Ten Commandments of God. But I'm understanding that no matter what, that it's more how to relieve the memories that I did before. First that's all done. I can see the words already here. I can say no matter what that I left a bad reputation. I left a bad reputation behind me. It's more how it's a good reputation. First, it's a good reputation, but other people consider it a bad reputation. That's because they're bad people. And I move on. I mean, that's essentially what I do now. As I move on, I focus upon something different. I focus upon understanding about what I need to do, but I understand she's single. So as I grow right now, I'm understanding that no matter what, that to message other people right now and to do greater for myself and whatever I need to do every single day is more how I need to go and really, really dwell upon understanding it's more about words, yeah, than it is anything else. So if you want to talk to anybody, then just talk to yourself and focus on loving yourself in ways that you're improving yourself to grow. And that's all you need to do. So if you want to go and do whatever you need to do to entertain yourself, then go and love yourself differently. And just make sure that no matter what, that you're really, really studying upon the game of art. So if you understand that no matter what, that you're understanding I love everything. I love everything in terms of life. Whereas I'm always looking for ways to improve myself. So as I actually look at life differently, I'm making sure there's always much more to do in different ways of life. So if you understand anything about what's going on about life differently, you just make sure that you understand that it's more about the words. So I feel no matter what, you never have sex with blood, for example. I see on pornography how they have sex with blood, for example, and they're bleeding and having sex. I'm not sure that's disgusting. I'm never disgusting. I'm understanding that if you want to do that, then never do that, please. Make sure you understand that what you never do is something greater for yourself in a way that you're never hurting yourself, but you're making sure that you're much more realistic upon doing a greater job for yourself. So as you do a greater job for yourself, then you're learning quickly upon the art of what you need. And as you learn, then you actually are doing the nice and beautiful empathy of whatever it is that you're learning about. And as you learn about something, and you're learning about what you need to do to succeed in different ways, and that's it, man. I mean, just focus upon loving your life in different ways to focus upon something that's actually working for yourself. And what is working for you is making sure that you have far more about life. So if you understand anything about life, then it's more about the nice and beautiful words about life again and again. And just make sure that you understand that you never ever do anything else other than just making sure that you're doing greater. So if you're doing greater for yourself and you're looking at other people and you're talking on audio programs and you're just making sure that you can look and see what's going on, then go ahead and just focus upon understanding on how people are just wasting time with each other and they're doing nothing else but just making sure that they're talking to each other in some kind of ways, but never try to, let's say, improve their life in different ways. So what you want to do in daily life is different in terms of life, and you want to understand that no matter what, that if you feel hurt because other people are having pleasure, then make sure that you talk more words. I mean, talk more words and then just be into words all day long and just focus on understanding how one aspect of life leads you to other aspects. And now, guess what happens? I mean, focus on yourself over here, and that way you understand straight away how pornography and other people can lead you astray. So what you need to realize is if they're leading you astray upon life, then you have to focus upon how you feel in the moment of what you're doing. So what you do is you focus on yourself in a way that you're actually learning and growing. So just make sure that you understand that what you need to do daily is focus on loving yourself in different ways, and love yourself to the point that you're enjoying yourself. I mean, you have to be enjoying what's going on in daily life. So if you're willing to improve yourself and you're willing to show yourself all the courage in the world to be able to focus upon something that's actually growing for yourself in a way that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do to succeed, then you're actually learning very quickly upon how you're actually treating yourself. I mean, you have to be treating yourself nice and beautifully and never poorly, to make sure that you understand that no matter what, that there's always much more communicational work that you have to do around yourself when you're stimulating your mind with images. And as you stimulate your mind with images, I mean, you can always see what people are doing in regards to whatever they're doing, and they're never involving you, but you never need them to involve you. I mean, it's because the whole point is just talking in a way that you're learning, and just talk over it, and talk over it in a way that you're learning exactly what you want, because what you want is to talk over all of that, and you want to break through the communicational skill of looking at that in a way that you're growing, and you're growing your words in a way that you're never hurting from yourself, and you're never hurting yourself in a way that you're making sure that you're learning quickly. I mean, once you learn quickly, you're learning the nice and beautiful art of doing something that is helping you grow in different ways. And as you grow, you succeed. And as you succeed, you're learning something different in the process. And that's all you have to do. I mean, you have to do something different in life. So focus on making sure that your life needs to be different. And as your life is different, you're looking to understand your life differently. And you're making sure, I mean, you're making sure that you have more than enough reason to succeed daily, and you're understanding how you need to go and do greater for yourself in different ways. And you're just making sure that you're running a constant, nice and beautiful picture of your mindset, where you're understanding how you're beautiful, but guess what, Roshi, other people never want you to be beautiful. And just make sure that you have to understand yourself and how you need to go and grow yourself in different ways. So focus on making sure that you go into a better way always, and focus upon loving yourself in different ways to make sure that you never grab any kind of viruses on your computer, so you can actually grow yourself in a way that you're allowing everything to happen, and making sure that no matter what, that you have more than enough all the time to succeed. And as you're looking at content, I mean, make sure you understand how it never hurts you, but what hurts you is never talking. I mean, if you're never talking in terms of the words that's being said about life, then that is what hurts. I mean, what hurts is making sure that you're never ever doing anything other than making sure that you see that nothing hurts. I mean, nothing can hurt you, but what you need to do is stimulate yourself and start entertaining yourself with different ways and speak differently in terms of what's happening. But it's more how you feel, and you feel that you have been missing out on whatever they're doing in terms of life, and you feel that you've been missing out on pleasure because you see other people having pleasure, and you feel that you need to have pleasure because they've been doing pleasure, and you feel that you deserve pleasure too, and you feel that you deserve them for pleasure, is what you mean, because you see other people having pleasure, and since other people are having pleasure, then you want to have pleasure too. Unfortunately, that's why you have to understand straight away that what you want really is to have a greater life for yourself. So it's more how you feel that other people are having all this pleasure, and then you are missing out on the pleasure. Whereas although you're never missing out on the pleasure, I mean, you're just making sure that you're enjoying yourself quickly, and you're fundamentally just in a greater way of life. So as you understand straight away that what you need to do is grow yourself. I mean, grow yourself in different ways, and make sure that you're much more successful is what it's all about. So focus on delivering content in a way that you understand straight away, that you feel that other people are just grabbing the spotlight over here, in a way that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do to succeed, because you feel that you deserve that, but you deserve a greater way, and you deserve something better than that. And it's more about making sure that you understand straight away that no matter what, it's more how You never get jealous of other people for having pleasure, but it's more how you feel that they have skin and they have color of a woman or any kind of person that they are doing pleasure with. It's more the beauty of them, and it's more the beauty of having pleasure with them because they're so beautiful. And that's something that's really, really terrorizing you in a way that you feel that you deserve beautiful people around you to have pleasure with. I mean, in a sense, what you need to do is you need to grow up and you need to realize that if you want to do that, then realize any time right now where you're understanding to practice the art of communication with the nice and beautiful way of tactics where you can go and practice and practice and practice and practice, and that way you're learning how to actually dwell upon something that's actually greater for yourself. So what's greater for you is understanding that you want to make sure that you're going slow, and you have to be effective in a way that you're learning, and you have to understand that no matter what, if you're going quick and you're actually going for a nice and beautiful reason over here, and that you understand that no matter what, that you have to just go and let it be. Just go and do it as much as possible, and just go and really, really understand to let go as much as possible and give more in terms of money and everything to have more of that, and then understand that no matter what, that's the best training for you, and just understand that's the only way. So everything else is too much, and what you need to do is always focus upon understanding that if you want to grow yourself and you want to grow your husband or you want to grow other people in the process of what you're doing, then you have to focus on yourself and you have to focus on something that's actually helping you grow. So what helps you grow is focusing on the nice and beautiful words instead of the pleasure, because the pleasure never works out the way you want it. Understand? What works out is making sure that you're looking at more images of life. If you look at more images of life, then understand that you feel hurt straight away if you go for pleasure. Pleasure is what hurts you. Pleasure is what hurts you because you're looking at them having the pleasure that you want from those people, and they're never giving you the pleasure. They're giving other people pleasure except you, and that's why it hurts you so much. Pleasure hurts you. Pleasure is the one that hurts you all the time. So if you understand to stay away from pleasure and to just speak over pleasure, speak over pleasure all day long, and focus on something that's actually helping you grow. So what helps you grow is a greater mindset. So if you understand how to really, really talk to somebody and you actually be so great with them in terms of communication work, and you focus upon loving yourself in different ways, and you're actually learning how you have to understand what you need to do daily, and you're understanding straight away how you deserve a greater way of life, and you deserve something greater for yourself in different ways, and you're enjoying yourself in ways of doing something to enjoy yourself, and that way you're exposing everything is the word I. And because everything's the word I, you must understand it's much more how you feel that you deserve better. Because why? What's actually deserving better over here? You deserve something that's actually you in terms of words, and the words is what the words is what the words is what is encouraging you. Having more sex never actually gives you more sex drive. What gives you more sex drive is being able to go and talk more words. Talking more words is what the best thing is about your life. But it's more how other people can go and grab that kind of aspect of life without you being in that picture, and it's more how you have to feel yourself much more in the way of words over here. So, and you have to focus on yourself and how you feel that you have to go and grab yourself the spotlight. So make sure you understand that no matter what, you want to talk more, and you want to talk more so you can have more. So what's important for me right now is understand that no matter what, that I feel that I need to go and express much more of the word I here, so I can understand that everything's the word I, and understand no matter what, that if you feel anything about life, then just focus upon understanding that you just go and express yourself in different ways, and you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. So what you need out of life is a different way, and a different way forward is the best kind of way. So if you understand straight away to just let go and just make sure that you move on as quickly as possible, it's the best way. So the best way forward is making sure you understand straight away what you need to do. So what you need to do is a different way. So it's much more how they have pleasure with other people in a way that they are never giving it to you. And guess what? Probably because you understand that, probably you never need pleasure. Probably you have to understand that the pleasure of life is never something that you need. or what you need is to make sure that you're learning very quickly upon life. And if you're learning something about life in different ways, you're making sure that you're learning how to actually speak with yourself. Whereas now, what's important is never block yourself with pleasure. Make sure that no matter what, that you're learning quickly upon life and what you need to do to succeed daily. So every single day you're looking to focus upon loving yourself in different ways to help yourself to recognize. I mean, you have to be able to recognize what you want. So if you want to recognize anything about life, then you're actually looking to improve yourself always. And as you improve yourself always, you're always looking for that better picture, because the better picture of life is making sure that you can learn very quickly upon what you're saying, because what you're saying is really, really, let's say, straightforward into nice and beautiful communicational skills daily is what you want. So just focus on that and focus on being able to accompany yourself. I mean, accompany yourself in a way that you're learning very quickly upon what you need. So if you want to go and grow yourself daily, then understand that no matter what, it's much more how they have a low vibe in terms of communication, and they deserve what they have, because no matter what, that if you're learning yourself to be much more, then understand that no matter what, it's just an image, and now the image is what you want. I mean, that's what you're actually looking at. I mean, yeah, I mean, you understand? I mean, it's the image of that. And the image of that is what you want to be able to be in that picture of doing that. But that's the words, isn't it? Russia, the look of that in terms of how they look at you doing that, and they're actually doing that kind of phase of being able to look at you while they're doing it, and then being able to be in that picture where you can watch them doing that for you. Russia, that's the kind of experience of eternity, but that's what you're really wanting. So what you're wanting is for them to be able to, whatever in terms of life, be with you in a way that they may do something with you while you're watching. And it's because, the beauty of that too is what you want. Actually, that's eternity of what you're saying. I mean, that's eternity, I promise you. And I can see that now. So actually what I'm doing now is I can see that straight away now. So I'm understanding that it's more how I've been chasing the words over here instead of the pleasure. And I'm understanding now how quickly I can go and really, really do what I need to do to succeed. So I'm making sure anyway that as I really, really succeed differently, I can actually see straight away how it is. So the thing is that the image is already in your face, but it's more how you want to be the real one doing it. And you want to understand straight away that kind of image. So the image of being able to just enjoy that is what you mean. So if you understand that you're the one in the action, and that way you're enjoying yourself, and that way you really, really prosper, and you're really prospering this way. Because if you're prospering this way, then you're focusing on helping yourself succeed in a way that you understand that you have grace with yourself. If you can understand straight away how, if you can understand straight away how rich you can be and how rich you are, because you can see exactly what you are looking at now. You're just making sure that you're just very successful. And as you're very successful, you have to understand how people get so dirty because they have so much more that they want to express themselves in terms of dirtiness with other people. And you have to understand that it's more how they're chasing pleasure instead of words. What they need really is they need to go and dwell upon something that's greater. So they're just wasting time, or else they want to just do nothing except just pleasure. So what you need to do is grow yourself in different ways to make sure that you're enjoying yourself. So as you enjoy yourself, you're making sure that you can go and grow yourself in different ways to make sure that you're sparking attention in a way that you're growing. And as you grow yourself, you look for different ways of thinking, and you're looking for different ways of being with yourself. And that way you're really enjoying yourself, because that's what you need to do. Because anyway, if you're really, really focusing on yourself and other people, and you're focusing on teaching yourself whatever you want, then focus on making sure that you always have something more that you can do in terms of this time of night, where you can go and dwell upon getting yourself whatever it is in terms of life, where you can go over there to enjoy that. But what you need to realize is make sure that you understand that no matter what, you have more than enough time now to be able to succeed in whatever you want. So if you want to understand something around this, then you're just making sure that you're enjoying yourself really quickly, and then just go and just quickly understand that you can enjoy yourself, and you can understand that it's more how I feel all the time, that I need to have always better and better and better upon life. Because no matter what, that if I dwell upon something that's really working for myself to succeed, because it's more how I feel, and how I feel is to have a greater time. And as I have a greater time, I feel that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed, because that's the whole point, yeah? When the whole point is making sure they have more great success. I mean, more great the success in terms of life, and that is how you grow. I mean, you grow through different ways of being, and you grow from making sure that you have that nice and beautiful ability now. Alright, now what kind of ability is that? The ability of eternal life is what you're talking about. So you're making sure that no matter what, that you can always persuade yourself to make sure that you can love your life in different ways, and you can go where you need to go and do what you need to do to become successful in terms of what you're doing, because that way you have that nice and beautiful pattern of life where you're actually focusing on doing your life in ways that's actually helping you move forward. But I let it be in terms of life, where I can go and just let it be this way, where I can go and focus upon my life over here. So it's much more how I feel that I need to go and do greater to have what I need in terms of life. So what I need now is just to make sure I'm growing myself in my words, because that way I'm learning very quickly upon what's happening around my life. So as I really understand my life here, I'm understanding that I want to make sure that my life is different, and making sure I'm learning how to just quicken up my act of courage over here, to focus upon understanding that no matter what, you have to go and grab what you want. And you have to understand, no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon understanding that my seminar over here that's happening is much more important, and making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon how to do my life completely in a different way. So I'm understanding that no matter what, that since that's the case, I realize it's much more how I feel. I want to just rest up. I want to rest up in a different way. I'm making sure I can do it, but I'm understanding that it's much more how I understand that as I speak, I'm making sure that I never lose in terms of life. I never lose anything. I'm always gaining. I'm gaining something different. I make sure that I go to my biological eye only. I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly. That as I succeed, I do something different along the way. I'm making sure that I'm doing something to help my life move forward, and I just go dwell upon my life over here. But am I boring, or am I getting boring? I'm never boring. I love I. I'm never doing anything boring in life. But I'm focusing on making sure that no matter what, I have all the words to give. And if I have anything to do, anything anymore, I make sure that I just go upload content, because that way I'm understanding something about life. I'm understanding that there's always more to do. There's always more to do and be in daily life. So what you want to do every single day is focus upon what you want, and then go and give what you want out of life, and focus on the image of what you want in a way that it's helping you grow, because that way you're doing life, and you're doing life differently, and you're doing life in a way that's helping you grow, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you have more than enough to succeed with. So I'm actually holding my phone now because I was actually doing something else with my phone over here. So making sure that no matter what, I always have far more to do daily. So because I have far more to do, I'm making sure that no matter what, I have a greater time with myself to succeed, because that's what I do. I make sure that no matter what I'm doing, that my nice and beautiful words every single day is much more. And that way I'm always making sure that I'm lifting my life to be more successful is what I do. And because I'm more successful in what I do daily, I'm making sure that no matter what, I have so much more to do anyway. I love I. But actually, because that's the case, apparently it's more how I feel. And how I feel is more attractive than anybody else, because I have far more to give. And that's how I understand that no matter what I do, that today is just an attractive factor for me to be able to go and study upon life itself, because that's how I do life. And how I do life all the time is different. And that way I'm always learning that people can see me for free. And as people can see me for free, I do something different. Well, I'm understanding that no matter what, that I'm learning quickly upon understanding every single day what I need to do to be more successful. I understand that since I'm actually doing life much more, always, I realize that I see how other people are just around these women who are looking great. I'm understanding that no matter what, I just find myself around I anyway. So what I done, I realize what I understand that no matter what, that it's just that kind of day, isn't it? I have my words anyway. I have my words, so they have nothing on me. I make sure all the time that I focus upon something that's actually helping me. So what helps me move forward is understanding that I'm just doing a greater time for myself in a way of lifting myself in different ways of life. And because I do that, I focus upon something that's really going on in my life in a way that I can see how other people are studying me over here and they feel much more alive over here to help me move forward. So what I do is I move forward anyway. So in regards to what's happening around my life, I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon what's happening. So as I really study upon life, something different, I'm making sure anyway I have more to give every single day. And that's how I actually become much more popular because I understand anyway that what's important for myself daily is to focus upon something that's actually helping me grow. And that's it, bro. I'm always looking for that treasure of life because the treasure of life is understanding that no matter what, and since I actually give much more content every single day, I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm just looking always greater. I'm always looking greater than them anyway. Russia, I'm making sure that I have all the success in the world daily to dwell upon something that's actually helping me move forward. And that way I'm always learning very quickly upon how people are with other people and what they do in different areas of life. And that way I'm always understanding anyway. It since I'm actually much more successful than them anyway because I'm a word I. I'm Russia, let it be. I just make sure I'm always more and more and more upon what I'm doing. And that's why I understand that they may have other people in their Instagram, but I just have I in my Instagram. I'm very strong, I love I. I'm brushes, since I'm actually always doing greater and greater and greater. I never have to be around other people. I never have to be around other people to do them. I just do I make sure always to go and do something greater for myself. And that way I understand anyway that what's important for myself is developing a heart much more, so I just focus on doing myself. And that's it. So what's important for myself today is understanding that no matter what, I feel broken in a way that I feel that I have my words, but I feel that it's much more, I feel better than that. I feel better. I never feel broken. I feel something that is just I feel I'm just pounding through communicational skills. I'm making sure I'm talking more. I'm making sure I'm doing more. I'm making sure that my reality is different. I realize I have a different reality than other people. And that's it. I have something different anyway. Whereas I have more followers than me anyway. Whereas I have many more followers than I do in life. I lie. Have all the followers, man. I never need your following in my life. I never need you guys to follow me at all. I never care about you people. I care about I only. I care about I only, and that's why I'm giving you content. Because I'm giving my content over here to help myself, and that's it. I realize that what's amazing is understanding that since I'm actually growing myself very quickly, I'm focusing on making sure that no matter what, that my life is just improving in ways that I can be successful. I never need other people's following, man. I realize that what I do is I understand that your following never improves me. I mean, you follow me, Roshu, you never improve me if you follow me. Roshu, you can never improve me if you follow me. I mean, only I can improve me. Roshu, only I can do something to help myself, but that's the thing, Roshu. Nobody can add words for you, and what you do is who you choose to be with every single day. So choose to be with a better way, and understand how it is. I mean, focus on just delivering content while also uploading content online. And that way you're never missing out on what's going on because you're focusing on something that's actually working for yourself. But understand how other people feel that they can have some pleasure with some woman or something like that. And I feel that I just do greater than them. I focus upon understanding that they're jealous of me. I love my approach. They're jealous of me because they feel that jealousy, I can see it. So I just focus on myself. And I understand how a man can go weak because they have women around them. And I understand anyway. So what I do straight away is I grow very quickly. I love my word I very quickly. And I'm just working on myself over here. I'm learning something different about what I do. I never go anywhere at night time. I focus on myself over here. I never run for pleasure. Make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly. Upon just doing my life over here quickly, and that way I'm learning. I'm learning what it is about me to succeed, about different ways. I feel my voice is actually projecting itself greater. I'm actually understanding that no matter what, that I'm doing greater upon what I need to do to succeed, and that way I'm learning very quickly about the art of whatever it is. So no matter what, I just go into I over here. I just make sure that no matter what, that it's more how other people have certain images that I understand. Although it's more how those images are never hidden from me. But is it really? Or actually, it's more how they're showing me those images. But anything that they're never showing me, actually, that's what I understand that is happening behind the scenes. And that's something that's personal and private. I like. Actually now, anyway, actually it's more how I feel. And I feel that kind of life is something that's hidden from me. But is it really? Or actually not. Or actually, it's more how I'm also doing that. But I understand anyway that what's important is a little bit. Actually, it's much more how I feel about yeah. I feel I grow all the time. I make sure always to be more successful in terms of life. And I make sure that more is much more. But I never want to be around those people ever. I never want to be around them because I never need them in my life. Actually have no value for me at all. Actually now what I want to do also is I want to go a certain way where people are looking at me from a distance. And I never want to go to them. I never want to go to them at all. I want them to have each other. I never want to go there. Because that way I just go and do my life greater. And then guess what happens? That Brush gets what happens? That Brush I'll be alone forever. Brush that's it, I'm already alone anyway, so what I do is do I die or else do I die on the sidewalk somewhere? Brush no. I make sure that no matter what now I'm realizing that other people can never satisfy me. Brush other people can never turn me on or anything. I make sure that no matter what now I'm learning very quickly upon just doing something to really understand myself. I have to understand myself and what I'm doing in different ways, and I have to make sure that I'm just growing my heart, I'm growing who I am daily, and that's it. I'm making sure I have a strong name anyway. But as I grow, I shall succeed because I'm talking more, and as I talk more, I reap benefits. I reap benefits because I have more to say. And that's it, man. I mean, what else can you do? I mean, you understand? So stimulate yourself and stimulate your mindset. I mean, I understand that no matter what, I can do better than that. I'm making sure that no matter what, I have more to give life for. I'm focusing on making sure that no matter what, I have more in my life over here with my words. I'm feeling the nice and beautiful over there in terms of the nice and beautiful brothel house over there. And I'm feeling that's calling me over there, but I never want to go there. I make sure I'm doing something better than that. Whereas now, since I'm understanding that, whereas it's much more how I feel, and it's much more how I understand that no matter what, it's the words that's calling me over here. So it's much more how I have a beautiful feeling about life. And the feeling over here is just intense that I feel something is just much more around me over here. And it's just that kind of day, isn't it? The day of reckoning in terms of a greater way. And you're looking for climax or that kind of Q-based kind of thing. And you're looking to go somewhere around the world very quickly. And you just feel like you've been somewhere nice and beautiful, where it's like a nice and beautiful getaway somewhere. And as you get away somewhere, you're just learning very quickly upon what you can do around the world, around people. And you're just making sure that you stay away from them, but you're making sure you feel great. And as you feel great, you're feeling happier too. because you broke freedom and you're making sure that you have more than enough of what you need daily to succeed. And that way you're learning quickly upon what you need to do life better. And that way you go and study upon what it is about you, about life, and understand anyway. And since my event's coming up, I'm making sure I'm giving the money to be able to go to that event. And I'm actually understanding now that what I want to do is calculate my financing over here. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon what's happening. Well, I'm understanding anyway, I have better than that. I realize that it makes me feel like trash when other people have something that I wish to have. Understand? Brush, that's it. I brush you, that's the way it is. But it's really how it makes me feel like trash. But it just makes me feel that I need to do better. That's it. I mean, that's it. I realize a little baby. I mean, a little baby. I can understand that no matter what. I can see how other people have what they have, for example. But everybody has something to a certain extent, so just go and do greater anyway. And that way you're enjoying yourself quicker, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you have all the nice and beautiful vibes with yourself. And you have to understand that other people never believe in you, but believe in yourself. And that way you're growing, and you're making sure that you're learning very quickly upon doing something that's actually helping you grow. And I'm trying. I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon just uploading content where I need to upload content. Approaching from that point, I'm understanding that no matter what, I want to go and do greater. Approach as I do greater, I look at different aspects of life here, and I'm learning something different all the time. I'm learning how to grow myself in the best kind of ways. And as I grow myself in different ways, I'm learning the benefits of whatever's happening around the world. And as I learn, I grow. I grow in different ways, and I make sure that way I learn the art of persuasion here and there. And make sure anyway that I learn very quickly upon what's going on. And that way I'm learning how to give ideas. And as I give ideas, I'm doing something around art in terms of I understand no matter what, I just feel I deserve better than them. And that way I'm doing greater because I'm doing more words than them anyway. So I'm understanding that what I do now is I just do more and more and more. And that way I'm focusing on a greater way of life for myself. So I'm understanding that no matter what, since I have money now, I'm understanding that I always have money. And regardless of what money I have, I understand that no matter what, I can see how I can read women straight away. I can see straight away what rats they are. I move on. I straight away understand that all they look for is money. And all they want is money. I mean, they never value I love you, which they value money more than I love you, I promise you. I promise you, if you ask a woman what they value about a man, I promise you they say success, or they say fame, or they say money. I promise you they never say I love you. I promise you they never say I love you. I promise you they never value the words I love you, I promise you. I promise you. And anyway, I make sure that no matter what, I'm growing very quickly to succeed. So actually, now I realize that there is 17 days until my event. I say divide by 17. I have 28 bucks a day. I have 28 bucks a day. And no matter what, I'm learning very quickly that now I'm just doing everything quickly to be able to spark attention for myself. So as I do that, I understand that now I want to go and just dwell upon letting it be. I let it be in a different way. I make sure that no matter what, I can go and do whatever I want to do. I mean, just go ahead and do it. I mean, what does that mean? It means that you feel like just doing something different. And as you do something different, I mean, go ahead and do whatever you want to do. I mean, what do you feel like? I feel like just letting it be. I feel like just making sure that I'm talking. I'm talking in different ways. I focus upon understanding that it's more how I go and do it. I make sure I go for a nap somewhere. And as I go for a nap, I just wake up whenever. I feel that it's that kind of day, but the kind of day where I'm vibing. I'm making sure I'm vibing in a way that I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on. So as I really, really feel great right now, I feel great. I mean, I really, really feel great right now upon what's going on. It's more eternity. I feel much more eternal here. I'm making sure it's much more about what I feel. I feel that I understand that no matter what, that eternity is approaching me. And I understand that I'm never hurt. I'm never hurt. I'm learning something quickly about my life over here. And as I learn quickly about my life, learning something how I'm learning something about how I understand something. I understand something about I. I can see I. I can see how I can see how people are. I can see how they view me in terms of life. And I just go and do greater than I just do greater than those people. And I just go and really, really dwell upon giving content as much as I can. And pushing myself to give content is the best kind of way. Or actually, it's much more how I feel. And it's much more how I need to express myself daily. I need to express myself as much as I can. So that way I'm learning and growing, and that's it. Actually, that's all I do. Actually, all I ever do is learn and grow now. Make sure I do that and enjoy myself. But I never need that. Whereas what I need is a better way. Or actually, it's more how I have to discipline myself much more. But then focus on helping yourself succeed. And that way you're learning very quickly upon becoming a star. And you're learning about making sure that you're doing greater upon what you want. But never go around other people to get around women or men. I mean, never be around those people. I mean, because that's a disaster otherwise. Or should I look at you once and say, get lost? I mean, but what you do is never follow other people around otherwise. Or follow Jesus Christ around only. Or actually, that way you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do the most. So you're focusing on making sure that you can see other people are always looking at you and they're picturing you in terms of life on how you actually look like and what you actually do. And as you do a great job, I mean, you're focusing on helping your life to do better because that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is making sure that you go and do your life greater, and that's it. I make sure always now that as I'm actually growing my life, I make sure I understand that no matter what, that there's always more to do in daily life. So I'm focusing on living my life differently. And that way I'm succeeding more, and that way I'm learning much more about life. So as I learn about life, I focus upon living my life. I have to live my life differently. I have to make sure that no matter what, I have more than enough. But I want to be able to go today to Office Works to print some business cards. And do I wait there? Probably should not. Probably should never wait there. Or should just go. I'll pick it up in a better day. And I'll just be one day pause. I have to pause on one day and I make a new business card. And now, if I make new business cards, I probably should not. Or it's more how I feel here. That I just go make one set of business cards here and I finish off the business cards I have and then I go create new ones. And I make sure that I just write that down. Write one day over here. I make sure that no matter what, that I'm getting ahead of the crowd. But it's more how I feel sorrow. I feel sorrow about talking. I have to talk more, man. I have to be able to talk more. I have no time for sorrow. I have no time for sorrow over here. But making sure anyway that what I want to do is always be writing with two hands. And as I write with two hands, I'm focusing on growing myself. And that's the whole point, yeah. And the whole point is grow yourself the best you can and do something that's actually helping you grow. So I'm actually understanding here that I just have I investment, I what investment, I business cards investment. I realize now that's gone. I realize anyway, I realize the turn is coming up. So what I do now is I focus upon loving my life differently, and as I grow, I succeed differently. I make sure I'm learning always upon what's going on, and that way I'm learning quickly. I'm learning the art of actually just letting my life be in a way that it's actually hurt. Or actually, it's never hurt. Or actually, it's actually helping me move forward. But what's helping me move forward? Or actually, the better talk with you. I could talk with you all day long. I can talk with you. I can talk with you whenever I want and wherever I feel like. I can talk with you because I have that kind of communicational skills. I can talk with you forever, and that's how I'm understanding life now. When life is talk with everybody forever. I love I Russian now. Since I'm understanding how to grow myself in the best kind of ways, I'm making sure you understand that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do. Russia, that's it. Russia, when I learn every single day upon what I do, I make sure every single day you understand straight away how I'm actually successful. I'm very successful upon what I do. And because that's the case, I promise you it's because I choose to be successful. I choose every single day to learn and grow and to be able to be more every single day is the best decision I've ever made. Because why? I promise you because I feel that as I progress forward, I'm doing greater in terms of my job in this planet. And then I focus upon just doing that every single day in different ways. And as I do that, I succeed very quickly. And that's what I do. So no matter what I do today, is I'm focusing on a great way of life always to just go and upload content that needs to go online. But as I upload content, I make sure that I'm never losing content. I'm making sure I'm doing my best always. And as I do my best, I want to be able to go and really, really spark the attention here to say move on. And I did upload it, for example. So I'm understanding that no matter what, that since that's the case, I want to actually let it be. I want to go and double check anyway, because I didn't want to lose content. So as I go and double check my content over here, I want to make sure anyway that what's important for myself is to grow in some kind of occasion. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I feel I have to go with my words. And my words is always the way. I'm always leading myself through the words of life is how I see life. And that's how I actually went through busking performances and how I did communicational skills with myself in my journal and how I do it right here with you as well. And it's how Jesus Christ does it too. I mean, in a sense, so those are all the reasons for my success and how I succeed. So no matter what, that when I succeed, I'm talking more words. I mean, what else can you do, man? I mean, just talk more words, but you have to be in that alone. I'm pretty sure you can only ever do that alone. But that's why you're successful. I mean, that's why you're deserving of what you want in life because you're willing to give of yourself to have that. Because you're willing to give of yourself every single day, and you're focusing on a great way for yourself, and that's it. I mean, then you understand straight away how you feel. And how you feel is what? When how you feel is doing better. Well, you must understand to be doing better anyway. Whereas as you do better, you focus upon something different really quickly. That you are just really, really in persuasion of making sure you're never hurting people, but you're making sure you're learning the different architecture of people in different way, just of different ways, and then you have all the time in the world always to be successful. But other people never find you successful, and that's up to them. She never need to find them successful. You go and find other people successful, but guess what? Bro, you find everybody successful to some degree, and that way you're treating everybody equally. And anyway, you're just making sure that you're much more learning about life. And as you learn about life, you do life greater. And then I understand how afraid I was really to approach people first. I was so afraid. I mean, why? Because I was never able to communicate with them. But now, if I see a beautiful woman somewhere, I feel that I'm never afraid to approach them. I can approach them. It's much more how I feel to just give my business card and go. I mean, that's the best I can do. I mean, that's 10. And if they want to message me, then they can. But if they never message me again, then it's more how they never deserve me again and again. Or I should move on. I move on and move on. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is I deserve always greater. And that way I learn quickly on that I want to go and just let it be for now. I focus upon understanding that I need to go and just deliver my content. And as I deliver my content, I go and really do whatever I need to do to just have more energy. So just need to place your shoulder back on the floor somewhere where you may walk over it. And be an individual who understands life in a way that you're growing. And if you want to eat something, I mean, you can eat something if you want. But focus on yourself and what you need in life. So that way you're learning very quickly upon whatever it is that's helping you grow in terms of life. And then be able to spark attention about what you want. And if it says your content is out of date or something like that, understand that no matter what, that you can do whatever you want to strike the nice and beautiful way of life over here. But you're learning quickly. And you're learning quickly how to do better. I'm pretty sure that I see how people are doing photos on themselves and how they end up having 2 kids only. You understand? But is it that way, or is it just in the moment? Or it's more in the moment. How I see how, for example, when women are doing all these horny faces, they're doing the horniest faces I've ever seen in my life, and they have 2 kids only. You understand? Rosh, isn't that funny? I mean, they're doing these horniest faces. I mean, like, they're very horny, and they have 2 kids only. I understand? I mean, isn't that funny? Rosh, the funniest thing is just making sure you understand, like, it's just that kind of vibe, isn't it? I mean, when people are pulling off the horniest faces and they have no kids, for example. I mean, in a sense of what you do, you just realize it's just funny. I mean, in a sense of what you need to realize is that if you're growing yourself and you're looking for devotion from yourself and other people, then be able to always look at the bread and see, is it out of date or what's going on with the bread? And if you want to go and write physically down something while you're reading, that you can, if you want. And that way you're reading something at least, and you're doing something of entertainment around yourself, and go and do what you want to succeed and make sure you're successful. I see, guys, if you're very quick about life, then you're always getting ahead of the crowd. So make sure you're always understanding how to live life and just do greater, because that's all you have to do. So as you're always speaking in the crowd and what you're doing, just make sure you're communicating more. It's the whole way. I see, so guys, right now I feel much more better about my life, because I'm actually understanding now. I want to just go and lay down. And since I laid down, I have more to do. I'm understanding I'm watching people online and how they're talking. I'm understanding I have no time to watch them. I have no time to watch them. I'm focusing on my life. I'm focusing on something different. I'm understanding that my laptop over here, like this, I'm understanding that I want to just let it be. I want to just go and do my life quickly in a way. Lovely. First now. I want to make sure that this laptop over here is something that's actually working inside of my bedroom over here. So I want to make sure that I never ever place my laptop like this in another bedroom, because anything can happen. And I want to make sure that it's around my actual bedroom where I may be sleeping. So I'm making sure anyway that it's the best kind of decision for myself to go and deliver a better content deal for myself, to never burn the house down. I don't want to burn the house down. I want to make sure that I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. So as I succeed and do something different in terms of life, and I just move on to make sure I have much more to say daily. And as I do much more about life, I'm making sure I have more success. So that's it. Make sure I'm very different. So as I'm different, I'm focusing on just opening the door here. So I have to communicate a lot. I have to communicate what I'm doing so I can go and grow myself. And that's the whole point for me, to be able to do something that I've never done before, while also promoting my nice and beautiful laptop, and also heater, for example. So I can bring in the heater quickly over here and make sure that no matter what, that you guys can hear me quickly. So I'm always understanding that no matter what, that as I'm doing something to succeed, I'm making sure I have more enough over here in terms of what's going on. I realize now the nice beautiful heater over here, I'm not saying that no matter what, that I just let it be, or if it's more enough for me over here. I feel the temperature over here. So the temperature is nice and beautiful, where I can just go and do my life like this. So I'm just in a bed
right now. I'm doing something different. I'm making sure you guys understand what I'm doing. I'm making sure I'm uploading my content. So, man, I'm doing something in life. And since I'm actually doing something in life, I'm making sure I understand something. I feel that I'm doing better than misbehaving. I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I'm doing life, I'm making sure that no matter what, that my life is moving ahead of the game in terms of communicational skills. So if I just stick to better communicational skills, and I just talk and talk and talk and talk, I find my way. I find my way through life. But my biological family is now growing tighter with me, and they get to understand me much more now. And why are they understanding me much more now than before? I realize because time's on our side over here. So as time goes past, I realize my biological family is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And that way I'm just growing. I'm growing differently. I'm doing something different. And as I do something different, I focus upon understanding that it's much more how I feel. And how I feel now is just understanding that I want to be alone. I want to be alone with myself. I want to cave in. I want to cave into my eye. And I understand that it's just that kind of day, isn't it? First, the day is looking ahead for me, where I'm looking ahead to see exactly what I need to do. But no woman can fulfill me. I mean, nobody can fulfill me except I. Probably, is that sad? Or probably it's never sad. Probably it's more how you have to feel greater. You have to look at the nice and beautiful way of life. The other people can never fulfill you, man. I mean, the same. I mean, it's never sad. It's never sad. But what's amazing is loving yourself differently. But if you want to talk about positivity and you want to talk about something, then be positive about it. And that way you're learning very quickly upon what you're doing, because that way you're really, really quick upon life. So if you want to go and dwell upon a better way for yourself, then learn how to speak in front of a crowd and do better.